Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in the Father Ryan Hall, Macroom, Aghinagh with some of our other friends from Coachford, Inniscarra and Dunmanway, and we hope to bring you an evening of some song, music and dance. First of all, there we had a selection of music from the members of Aghinagh who gave us a selection of jigs. And now we're going to have Connie Reardon to give us a recitation called Going to the Dance.
The young ones were going to the dance, so we said that we'd try and compare with the days of our youth when we done the same. So we sat there and we watched them prepare. There's no such thing now as asking permission. That isn't done anymore. But I remember when we were young, we'd be asking for 3 weeks before. And after listening to all the rules and regulations till we heard them again and again, the last thing we were told before leaving the house was, be sure and be in here at 10. Now it's 10 before they start to get ready, and sure 'tis then the rushing will start. And by the time they're finished and ready to go, they'll have every room in the house pulled apart. And one of the girls came into the kitchen and she said, Mammy, what will I do? Me hair wasn't washed since yesterday and the lads have used all the shampoo. She said, I'll soon tell you how I used to wash it, but I suppose you'll be too grand for that anymore. We'd get a good lump of soap and a basin of water from the tub that was outside the door. And that time I can tell you, but we'd reason to wash it. Ah, but things are different now. How would they like if they were milking by hand and their heads twice a day against the ribs of a cow? Then one of the lads had this yoke, he called it an electric razor. He just stuck it into the wall, he'd himself shaved in a minute, and sure he used no water at all. And I remember the first time I shaved with the old cutthroat. Well, there was blood all over the place after shaving the heads of the pimples that were dotted all over me face. And me father, he walked into the kitchen. Well, it was the first time I heard that man using a note. He said, what in the hell has come over you? Is there someone after cutting your throat? And then they started talking about this great band that was coming to play. Big Tom, they said, was his name. And he was known all over the country for his music and on TV and every fame. And when they told me how much he was charging, well, I nearly died with the fright. But they said he was very cheap at £1,000 for the night. Well, 'twas then I thought of the dances, and in old time when we danced to the grand Irish tunes, with Paddy Mick playing on the accordion and Mikey Sean on the spoons. For the jigs and the reels and set dances, no better men could be found. And God knows they weren't hard in the money either. Should I play all night for £1? Well, I happened to be outside the door this evening when this long-haired gurrier he drove into the yard. Well, you'd swear 'twasn't an ace road he was driving, or else he was chased by the guards. Well, he was surely doing 70 coming up to the door, and he had to jam on his brakes to pull up, with the elbow stuck out of the window. Oh, a real sure sign of a pup. And in my time, I can tell you, you dare go to the yard, no one would dream of the like. You'd meet her about a mile away from the house, and you'd put her up in the bar of the bike. And the next morning, I thought I heard the cow calving at the feet of the back of the house, so I got out of bed as quiet as I could, and I crept down the stairs like a mouse. And when I opened the door and looked out in the yard, well, I never got such a surprise. There they were, the two of them in the car, courting away in front of my eyes. All you could see were the tops of their heads as they peeped at me standing in the hall, as much as to say, "'Tis none of your business that you shouldn't be watching at all." Well, I never went out to see the poor cow, though in fairness I think that I should. I just turned on my heel and I went back to the room, and I left her calfing the best way she could. And when I told the wife what was going on outside in the car, says I, "Isn't the country gone to a terrible pitch?" "Ah," she says, "Con, isn't it nice to see them having their comfort? Sure, all we ever had was the ditch." She says, "To hear the likes of you talking, you think you never done the likes in your life? Well, you forget what's going on outside in the car and get back into bed with your wife." Thank you.
Thanks very much indeed there, Connie, for that recitation. And now we'd like to have the Inniscarra Junior set dancers, please, to do their set for us. Thank you very much indeed there, the Inniscarra set dancers. And now we'll have a change of tempo. We'll have a song from Peggy Lynch, and the song is The Maid in the Shore.
As I stood and I gazed on a maid of 16 by the woods as she wandered far and wide, beside an oak tree as she lay down to rest, with a gay gallant youth by her side. My ship sails tonight, love, my darling, my dear, and our meetings at length are all o'er. If you love me as true as you once said you do, will you meet me tonight on the shore? It was early next morning, the big ship set sail, and she stuck on a rock in despair. When he thought of the true love he left far behind, 1,000 times he wished he was there. My ship sails tonight, love, my darling, my dear, and our meetings at length are all o'er. If you love me as true as you once said you do, will you meet me tonight on the shore? It was late last night when all were at rest. 'Twas quickly she walked out the door, with her cloak in her hand as she walked to the strand, and she stood on a rock by the shore. Come and meet me tonight, love, my darling, my dear, for our meetings at length are all o'er. If you love me as true as you once said you do, come and meet me tonight on the shore.
Thank you very much indeed there, Peggy, for that song. And now we're going to have a solo dance from Anne-Marie O'Shea, and it's called St. Patrick's Day. Thanks very much indeed there, Anne-Marie, for that dance. And now we'll hand you over to some more music with Dermot Donovan and John Buckley, who are going to play us a selection of hornpipes, some jigs and reels. Thank you very much indeed there, Dermot and John. And now we'll change the tempo a bit again, and we're going to have a song from Dennehy, and I'll leave her to introduce the song herself. It's an Irish song.
Thank you very much, Teresa. This is Truckle Fegebraha Sanimba. Madindum Godai Vox Magairi Asmala Bigdom. Be my ketingen driver is Irish sticks a tan heart. Vi finnes punchar in town a den of van varagig. San Kalinog ni vayuk shegan ni the hashton parigat. Is truckle fegge bra tar lord hoch is carthigi. She Mike shin von il grua marg bua har no farglash. Gur shen train a glua shook the smoran il gur harig she. The korig dinger borda was a maran valle. She kingston a chahi glua shook the loudy gara buckling. Is truckle fegge bra tar lord hoch is carthigi. Nor a hannig pags was lar hoch fi cawn an charach nagar he. She my hit a vaun tish la scauras la hanna he. She dwartan kalin og sha. Godo hoch she har arve gunyanach bochel cordes go bosok father natuyat. Is truckle fegge bra tar lord hoch is carthigi. And dig your she John wemmes cor of vachen lapole. An chilte has a chor has ga chorloch di should brakke he. Shine she sauce and troll doing. Spek hochel on more fastiging. Tan trainer quale voher. Kun our no hin biga haracoing. Is truckle fegge bra tar lord hoch is carthigi.
Thanks very much indeed there, Mrs. Dennehy. That was lovely. And now we're back to music again. And this time we're having a selection of reels and jigs from Barry and Jim O'Connell. Thank you very much indeed there, Barry and Jim O'Connell. And now we have Keith O'Brien. Keith is going to play us a few polkas on the tin whistle. Thank you very much indeed there, Keith O'Brien, for the polkas. And now we have Martin Carey, and Martin is going to sing and play for us.
For the autumn days are here again, and the night winds chilly blow. The woodlands on to golden hue, and the harvest moon's aglow. For to think again of days long past, to come no more I know. When I'm up at Murphy's meadow in the sunny long ago, I see again the ocean and the distant sails afar, as the maiden in the meadow strikes up dark Loch Magal. There is music soft and tender in the winds that whispered low. When I'm up at Murphy's meadow in the sunny long ago. Where are the happy boys and girls that dance the gate for thrill? Or the singer who warbles sweetly the burning granite mill? Or to see again at sunset where sweet Afton waters flow? When I'm up at Murphy's meadow in the sunny long ago. For those days are bound a memory, like the snows of yesteryears. And when evening shades are falling, all alone I shed a tear. On my cheeks I feel the soft touch of the winds that whispered low. When I'm up at Murphy's meadow in the sunny long ago. When I'm up at Murphy's meadow in the sunny long ago.
Thank you very much indeed there, Martin, for that. And now I see they're on the floor here again, so they're going to do a forehand reel for us. And now we'll slow down things a small bit and after the forehand reel, and we'll have a song for Anne-Marie O'Shea called The Banks of the Moor.
One day as I went on my rambles from Swinford to sweet Ballylee, I met a fair maid on my rambles, and her name it was Mary McGee. She sighed for the rights of her country. Michael Davitt, her true Irish boy, who is now in a prison in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. I quickly approached this fair maiden, asked her what was the cause of her woe, and what was the cause of her misery, which forced her to leave her own home. She said, for the rights of my country, Michael Davitt, my true Irish boy, is now in a prison in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. Don't talk of that sweet 67. We had brave men and true men, you know. There was young Peter Carney, God bless him, who died in Killarney also. He was drilled by my darling Mick Davitt in the valleys and plains of Fermoy. That is why he's a prisoner in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. So now to conclude and to finish, I hope that the day will soon come when those cruel landlords and bailiffs from the Isle of St. Patrick must run. We will unfold our green and gold banner, and we'll wave it for Ireland on high, and we'll toast to that brave Michael Davitt from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed there, Anne-Marie. And now we're back to the music again, and this time we are having a selection of polkas and reels from John Donovan and Ger Falvey. That was very nice indeed there, John Donovan and Ger Falvey. And now we're back to dancing again, and this time we're having a hornpipe from Anne Marie and Bernadette O'Shea, with Barry Connell supplying the music for them. There we had a selection of jigs and reels from Tim Gerardin and Paddy Donovan, and now we're going to have a story from Bernadette O'Shea.
Can I put on my glasses now because I wouldn't be able to tell the story if I couldn't see it. Well, when the bishop was coming for confirmation, Father Mac put the parish clerk whitewashing the dry wall in front of the house. He set to work with his brush and his bucket, making short, lazy strokes. To the time of the hymn, by the sound of him, you'd think he'd love to give out benedictions. Hey, Queen of Heaven, the ocean star, guide of the wanderer here below, thrown on life's surge, we implore, save us from peril and from woe. Along came Father Mac. Very nice, he said, singing at your work, and a hymn too. But wouldn't you think this would be more appropriate? Changing the tempo to, oh, Father O'Flynn, you will wonderful way with you, all your women are longing to play with you, all your women are longing to pray with you. You have a way with you, Father O'Flynn. Well, the bishop was very old, and when he came, sure he didn't even notice the whitewash. The confirmation was held that year in the outside church, about 5 miles away from the presbytery. And because of his age, didn't the bishop get short taken during the ceremony? They were in a right pucker now. Next thing the parish clerk thought of, Hannah Mariah's across the road. She had a contraption in the yard, the missioners who stay there, you know. 'Twas her man made it. He threw his hat down the bottom of the tea chest, drew a pencil mark around it, cut it out, and propped it up over the street. Hannah Mariah thought that was all right for the missioners, but, you know, she thought it might be a bit drafty for the bishop. So, saying, wait your minute, your lordship. She wasn't gone long, but, oh, the bishop thought it was an eternity. When she came back, this way, your lordship, she said, taking him down into the parlour. And there, with a good sip of hot water in the bottom to knock the sting out of it, was an earthenware pot and 2 blessed candles lighting at either side of it. Now wasn't that respect?
And now I call on Connie Reardon, please, for a song.
I used to be a bachelor years ago, till I met this Colleen down in Garryvoe. Now she smiled at me as she passed by, and she gave me the come over eye. Now she took me by the hand and led me on. Now we walked through Macroom, arm and arm, and I told my love one day I'd buy a farm. But when I said I'd take her home, she suggested we should roam. So she took me by the hand and led me on. Now we walked into a hay shed, hand in hand, and at courting I thought I'd beat the band. I put my hand up near her garters, oh, I didn't like to go no farther. But she took me by the hand and led me on. Now we squandered all that day and all that night, till the neighbours, they were home and out of sight. When I stood outside her bedroom door, oh, my feet were stuck right to the floor. But she took me by the hand and led me on. Now at the wedding I was feeling rather scared, for I knew 'twas not for her I really cared. But when it came to say I do, oh, my heart it turned sky blue. But she took me by the hand and led me on. Now I said I didn't want a family, and she said she didn't think the same as me. Ah, well, now we've got a set of twins. Oh, we've triplets and a set of twins. For she took me by the hand and led me on. Ah, well, now I am an elderly married man, and I'm going through life as best I can. Ah, well, take a tip from me, oh, pass every girl you'll see, or she'll take you by the hand and lead you on. Here you are.
Thank you very much indeed there, Connie. And now I think we're coming near the end of the evening. We're going to have one more song from John Lynch. John is going to sing The Road to Ballinagry, and we'll do a bit of a set then after that.
I'm in a sporting mood, my thoughts do fondly fly back through the maze of many years of happy days gone by, till memory holds its mirror until plainly I can see every rocking Carrick-Thomas on the road to Ballinagry. Now the seat beside the hedgerow where we sat at Coplin Bond, it's just the same as ever yet, but where, oh where is Sean? There is nothing good without him on the sports field or the spree, for he long ago has vanished from the road to Ballinagry. I see all familiar faces, feel the thrill of youthful joy. I can hear loud voices calling and the laughter of the boys. They were schoolmates of my childhood, till in fancy that I'd be, with my sack upon my shoulder, on the road to Ballinagry. Now the master he was stern, but a man of haughty means. He ruled his noisy mansion with a rod from Caharine, but in spite of all his teaching, a rebellious lot were we, and the law we disrespected on the road to Ballinagry. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, John, and I think we're coming to the end of our evening. Thank you very much indeed for bearing with us, and until we see you again, we're going to finish off with a set. Good night and God bless.
Amen.